did you make of Keir Starmer's speech?
I thought it was very good. I thought something happened at the beginning. I didn't even see what happened, but he was very good about that and just carried on. And, in life, in politics, stuff happens and you have to just move on. And he made a good speech. It felt like a leader speech just before you go into government. Election, we know it's going to happen before January 2025, but I think most probably going to be happening next year, May. I think they'll probably wait till October. But yeah, I think hopefully the British public will hear whatever pieces of that they hear, because most of the British public will be living their lives. That's the thing. The people who vote are not plugged into what the Conservative Party conference does, what the Labour Party conference does. But I think they'll get a good feeling out of that. I think it was great. I think the feeling at conference has been great. The highest attendance conference we've ever had, I believe. So we've all got the winds in our sails. We're not taking anything for granted, no complacency, and everyone's going for their selections to be MPs and to try and get as many MPs into Parliament as we can.
There was two sides of it. So it was the party of business, that speech, but it was also, the working class. We're going to do a lot for people at the bottom end of the scale. He was talking about trickle-down economics. That's over. He wants to do trickle-down jobs.
Trickle-down has always been a bad idea. Why did they call it trickle-down? If they got any other, why is it called the flow-down idea of economics? Has anyone ever thought about that? These very rich people? No, it doesn't flow. It only does trickle. It's breadcrumbs coming from the table of the super rich. So the super rich elite Tories, they've been 13 years. They've been just driving the economy all around and into a ditch. We have to take over quite a difficult situation, but we will do it with as best as we can. We will work hard, and we want to bring everyone up so that every working person has a chance to go on, get to university, live as much a positive life as they can, a fair chance in life for every person in our country, in the continent, in the world. That's what I want to fight for. As a kid born in Yemen that's been having a civil war for the last 10 years or so. So, yes, I think it was a great speech and he did good, and conference liked it, and yeah, now we just roll into next year and just keep fighting.
And no discussion of the culture war, which is a big difference between him and Rishi Sunak's speech.
Well, it's the Tories' culture war. There is no culture war. It's not there. As a trans person, it's not there. Most people in the street are, "Hi, Eddie, oh, good, you're being your authentic self, fine." They're trying to divide and conquer. They've always tried to do that. Can we possibly get a culture war? You could hear the meeting in your mind of the Tories sitting down and saying, "We've got to stoke up." People keep saying culture war. Not there. There's people who are out and proud and positive. LGBTQ people have been coming out for years. I came out almost 40 years ago. 40 years ago. How much notice do people need, So I want to go in, I want to be a politician, I want to try and help people. But this doesn't define me. Like Barack Obama, he was an African-American man who was standing to be president, but that wasn't his presidency. His presidency was for the American people. I want to try and help the people in Brighton Pavilion, where I'm standing, or the people in Sussex, people in the country, the people around the world. I want to be positive, like my life has been up to this point. So I'm just going to keep fighting in that way. And if people know me, I am quite resilient, and I will keep fighting. And I will play. I never was great at cricket, but I play with a straight bat. Open-handed, up front. My example, for me personally, was back in. I came out in '85. That's the same year that Boris Johnson was doing the Bullingdon Club and trashing places and drinking himself stupid and whatever. When he was doing that, I was coming out as trans. I think my year was more positive than his. I leave it to the great British people to decide. But I'm in the Labour Party. This is the party. My dad was Labour Party, and and my granddad was a bus driver. The other granddad was a cow herder. I think the Izzard family would be very happy that someone's going into politics.
Your campaign is launched. Is this the party then, after that speech, is this the party you want to be a part of?
Well, I've been a member of the party since '95. Yeah, I've been a member of the party since '95. I've been an activist since 2008. I've campaigned in over 130 constituencies all around the whole of the United Kingdom. I've run everywhere in the UK. I've played everywhere in the UK. I absolutely want to help the people of the UK and the people of Europe and the people of the world, as raising money from my marathons has done for helping people in our country and around the world. So a person like me is in the Labour Party. A person like me is not in the Tory Party. The Tory Party are about the few. We're about the many.